So what you do is you put just like a little needle here, and you put a little bit of a painkiller and then this other concoction that I'll put in the description down below. And so you're just kind of far away from your potential date. And then you cock the gun, and then, you know, you have to kind of be in a crowd because he's not gonna wanna go with you to begin with. And then you aim, and then you fire. And then he eventually said yes once he woke up and thought that I was saving his life. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be another story time video because I feel like I'm only good at a few things in life, and one of them is telling stories. This is so sad. Why don't I just leave? Oh my god. Today is the day of my high school homecoming dance, and I figured what better way to celebrate than talk about all of my askings and embarrassing moments that came with high school. School dances were a huge deal at my school, and it was because one, everybody did an elaborate asking. You know, it was almost a competition. Two, I went to a small school, so everybody knew who was going with whom, but if you didn't get asked, the embarrassment, the shame, the humiliation. You always knew your social status by who asked you and if you even got asked at all. And I was just wanting to be asked so badly. I was okay with going with somebody's cousin. I was okay with going maybe with my cousin. Well, luckily, there was this new boy who had no idea how weird and unpopular I was at school. He was super sweet, super nice, and I remember he showed up at my house with a homemade custom t-shirt that asked me to homecoming, where I had to sign the back of it saying yes or no. So I remember I was so excited. I opened it right away. I was like, yes, you know, I'm gonna wear this to school tomorrow just so everybody knows that I was asked. And I remember I went to school wearing the shirt, and everybody thought that I asked him. I was so uncool that people thought that I asked a boy to homecoming. I couldn't even have that. Whatever, okay, I can only go up from here, Leslie. You got this. Sadies, I figured, you should ask your best gay friend. They're not gonna leave you. They're always gonna say yes, and they're gonna tell you you look really pretty, and you have a really cute boy for the photos. Oh no. There was a new girl in school, and I guess she was maybe slightly a bit cooler. Either way, my best gay friend ditched me for this girl. I don't know how this happens, but it just somehow manages to happen to me. My second year of high school, I think I have things figured out just a little bit. Now, it didn't help that the whole school found out about my music videos, but I realized I could either sink or swim. And I figured the best way to ask a guy to Sadies is via music video. So nervous, I pretty much launched it and then just ran away from my computer. I was so scared. This boy gets to school and he has no idea that this music video had gone viral in the high school with me asking him to Sadies. And I have a first period class with him. Awkward, just so damn awkward. Few classes roll by, break rolls by, then we have another class together, and so damn awkward. I don't know what to think at this point. Did he see the video? Didn't his friends have the heart to tell him about this video? Is he just waiting to later today to reject me? I'm just so confused. Finally, it's the end of the day and he tells me yes. And I am super excited. I have locked down a date. He's fairly popular, he seems to get along with everybody, and everybody thinks he's really funny, and I like to think that I'm really funny, so it just made sense. And the fact that if we had babies, they'd both have blue eyes. But not like that's what I was thinking, I just happened to observe that. 5 weeks roll by and we're actually at the dance, and I'm super nervous. First off, I had to go 5 weeks, yes, I did ask 5 weeks in advance. 5 weeks of just this anxiety of the fact that he was in 2 of my classes and he was in competitive swimming with me, and he never talked to me. But I still had hope. And then we get to the dance and we're walking down this hallway. And then all of a sudden, he takes off in a sprint, literally dodging people. And at one time, he's literally against a wall trying to get through people. Like literally doing this to get away from me. He's probably gotta go to the bathroom. The whole night goes by and I don't see him. No, correction. I do see him dancing with another girl, and that was a great time, and I remember I cried all the way home in the car. Oh no, but this story drags on. His mom ended up reaching out to my mom to make sure that her son was a good date, because she probably knew he was a jackass. And then of course, my mom laid it on so thick that his mom made him come up to me in school and apologize. So embarrassing, I didn't even know what to say. So junior year, I had a new plan. I was gonna ask a little boy. Okay, no, like that just sounds terrible. It sounds terrible. Let me just redo this. As an upperclassman, I was gonna ask an underclassman, assuming that they would be so grateful and worship me that they were not going to ditch me at the dance. So I did what I did during every Sadie Hawkins season. I went to the competitive swim team boys and I picked out my favorite. There was this one boy who was very nice to me, and yeah, I mean, he was nice to everybody, but he was also nice to me. So I figured, perfect, I'm going to ask him. And I remember we had a code name for him where, because he was an underclassman, I called him Yugi. And I told everybody, once he becomes an upperclassman, he's gonna be Yu-Gi-Oh! Do you see what I did there? Do you see what I did there? Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh! I had this huge idea planned out, and I don't even know where to begin. This is just so embarrassingly bad that, oh. My mom still brings it up to this day. It's so bad. I'll just tell you right now that I barely passed physics. So I got these helium balloons, and I had the person put a piece of paper in each one. So while the balloon spelled out Homecoming, it spelled out Lesley. So you had to get to each balloon to figure out who was asking him to Sadie's. I figured, I'm going to take these helium balloons into the auditorium. I'm going to tie each one of them down with weights, and I'm going to sink them to the bottom of the pool. I'm gonna give this kid some scissors, or I don't even know if I gave him a knife, like something from my kitchen, and he was going to have to go down underwater, saw each one, and retrieve these balloons. The more you know that if you take a helium balloon and you put it under the water, the pressure makes it instantly pop. So I'm left with just half these balloons that kind of say his name. So it looked crappy, but it was still legible that I was asking him to Sadie's. And I hear that he's coming into the auditorium, so I book it to the girls' locker room. This is super embarrassing. And so apparently he takes these scissors or a knife, I can't remember, and he starts working with the balloons that he's got. Well, guess what? All of these balloons go to the ceiling that's about 30 feet. It's an auditorium. So pretty much he looks at these popped balloons, these balloons far out of his reach, and he pretty much just goes,
"Yep, I'm never gonna know who asked me to Sadie's. Oh well."
By then, I should have just stayed quiet. But I had one backup balloon left with me. So I thought it was a good idea to come out in front of everybody holding this pathetic balloon and ask him to Sadie's. He also ditched me too. Senior year gets a little bit better, honestly. Why, you may ask? Well, I had a boyfriend. So I had someone who was for sure going to say yes to me and actually somewhat kind of wanted to go to this dance. Okay, well, I'm gonna go live my life, as in take off these clothes and then watch TV in my pajamas. So I will talk to you guys another time. Bye.